Hey everyone, it's Kaz. If you don't mind taking a deep breath with me. Thank you. So, I was doing a breath work at the park not too long ago, and I walked home, and when I got back, I noticed there was a parking ticket on my car from earlier. As soon as I saw this parking ticket, I could feel it. I could feel the heat rising in my body. I could feel my skin tingling. I could feel the back of my hair. I could feel all of the energy and the heat rising from my back and my stomach all the way up to my chest and my face. I could feel the visceral experience, the anger behind getting that ticket. And I was feeling it, and I took the ticket and I was walking, and as I was looking at the ticket, I dropped my AirPods on the floor. They fell and the AirPods came out and the AirPods fell in the dirt. And I noticed in that moment that that experience I was having was a replay of experiences that I've had in the past. It was the exact same thing I've experienced before, just in a different font. I could see how that energy that I was putting out was going to lead to more of the same type of thing if I didn't realize what was happening in that moment. You see, the thing is, it's not like once you start doing practices to cultivate your awareness and raise your consciousness, that doesn't mean that things won't happen. It doesn't mean that you won't get parking tickets anymore. It doesn't mean that people won't be mean to you anymore. It doesn't mean that you're never gonna struggle again. It doesn't mean that things aren't gonna happen in your life that are going to bring up negative emotions. You see, I just went to the park to do a breath work. I was in such a great space, and then all of a sudden I came back to my car and I felt it rise all the way through me. And it was there. However, because I had just done that breath work, because I had been doing breath work, because I've been meditating, because I've been doing the practices, and because I have the understanding of how my feelings and my thoughts affect my reality, I was able to, in a moment of recognition, you see, that's the difference. In a moment of recognition, I was able to take something that happened to me and go from the mind frame of, oh my gosh, how did this happen to me again? You see, I have a very complex relationship with parking tickets. When I was in college, I used to get parking tickets almost every single day. And I remember how it made me feel when I got parking tickets. It was so upsetting. It was so defeating. I already didn't want to be in college. I already didn't want to go to my classes. And there it was, the parking ticket, the last straw. I remember I got a parking ticket and I decided I'm not going to go to my classes anymore because every time I go to class, I just keep getting parking tickets. And there it was again, that same feeling, that same experience, that past reliving itself in this moment right now. And in that moment of recognition, where I was able to see how I was allowing the conditions of my life to control my internal circumstances, to control my way of being, to control the energy that I was putting out into the world. You see, it wasn't a moment of making myself wrong. It wasn't a moment of, I shouldn't be feeling this way. You see, there's a distinction there. If I meet that moment with, I shouldn't be feeling this way, then I'm meeting it with resistance, and resistance causes persistence. If I get that parking ticket and I get angry, and then I get angry at myself for getting angry, I'm resisting my anger. You see that? No, it wasn't that. It was, I noticed the upset. I noticed how it felt. I noticed the entire experience with my awareness, and I'm only able to do that because I've practiced cultivating my awareness now for a while. And in that moment of recognition, I was able to choose how I wanted to be about that. I was able to choose the way that I was going to react to that situation. And it's okay. It's okay if it takes longer to get to that point. It's okay if it takes the next day. It's okay if it takes a week. It's okay if it takes a month. You know, a lot of shadow work is going back to things that happened when we were kids, reactions that we had when we were kids that we didn't even realize we had and are still affecting us to this day. I've been doing so much work recently just uncovering layer after layer after layer of meaning and significance and emotions that I carried, and reactions that I carried from when I was a kid all the way until now, until I was able to finally release it in moments of recognition, in moments of awareness, in moments of talking through and working through and allowing myself to feel those feelings that I suppressed for so long. And in this single moment of awareness, of becoming aware of our reaction, we're able to create a new reaction. You see, it's a shift from why is this happening to me to how is this happening for me? Why is this happening to me? Like something is happening to me and I'm the victim of my circumstance. It shifts from that to how is this happening for me? So that this thing is happening in my space, I'm a part of it, I'm the common denominator between all my experiences, therefore this is happening for me as a matter of me acknowledging it, as a matter of me saying so. Because look, here's the thing, both things are true. That's the nature of reality. Any way that a situation can be perceived is true if it can be perceived as such. So we're not looking for what's true here. We're not looking for what's the right thing. What we're looking for is what serves us. If you're on a path of growth, if you're on a path of awakening, if you're on a path of becoming the greatest version of yourself, then it doesn't serve you anymore to have things happen to you. See, a creator of their reality doesn't have things happen to them. That doesn't mean that things don't happen that are unforeseen, unexpected, and bring out something that feels negative. But what it does mean is we're able to see in those moments of upset, in those moments of why did that just happen, in those moments of release and anger and upset or anything, even in those moments of bliss and gratitude, we're able to see how that thing, how that experience is happening for us to grow, happening for us to expand, happening for us to become the next version of ourselves. If we're never able to transcend our initial reaction in those moments, we're left constantly as being a victim of our reaction in those moments. See, reaction is spelled with the same letters as creation. If you can't control your reactions, guess what? You can't control your creations. It doesn't mean that you're not creating reality. No. You still are, right? You're still the creator of your own reality. It just so happens that your reactions are creating your reality instead of your creations creating your reality. But you have to become aware of your reactions. See, it starts from becoming aware of your reactions after they happen. It starts with maybe being a week out. You realize in a moment of self-reflection, and this is why self-reflection is so important, because you begin to look at yourself, you look at your reactions from a perspective that is outside of the one that was inside of the situation, outside of the one reacting, the reactor. So you transcend your limited perception, your limited point of view that you're restricted to in that singular moment of being in a situation, because you're looking at it from outside of that situation. If you're able to do that, all of a sudden, you're able to see that there are many other ways that you could have perceived that situation. There are many other reactions that you could have had in that situation. And if you're able to get over to transcend the way it felt, the justifications for whatever it was that we did. See, I'm totally justified to be upset about a parking ticket. The whole system is screwed up, you know? Why am I paying money to the government? They don't need my money. You see, I can be totally justified. I can be righteous. I can be right about the whole thing, but I'm still left upset if I do that. I'm still left a victim, and I'm still left feeling righteous and on top of my soapbox like I'm the one that's right and they're wrong. And I'm still living in the world of duality. See, when I get to notice and choose my perspective, that this is happening for me, this is happening so that I can confront those old energies that no longer serve me. You see, that's how the universe tries to test us. It gives us something. It gives us something that triggers an old experience. It gives us something that triggers an old emotion. And if you're still receptive to that old feeling, it's just going to continue replaying itself over and over and over again until we realize, until we recognize, oh, it's me. I'm the one that keeps creating this reality. I'm the one that keeps creating this feeling experience within me and not reflecting and not noticing and not becoming aware that I'm the one creating the circumstance in myself and reflecting that into the world. So in a singular moment of recognition, when you do that reflection, first it might take a week, then it might take 5 days, then it might take 3 days, then it might take a day, and then it might take an hour, and then a couple minutes. And then eventually, if you keep cultivating your awareness, in the moment of the thing happening, you will be able to recognize, oh my gosh, there it is. There's that old feeling. It doesn't serve me anymore. And because you raise your vibration, because you raise your level of awareness to a point where those old paradigms of you, those old energies, they don't have anywhere to go. It tries to come into you, but there's nowhere for it to stay. In the house of your awareness, it's gone, it's evicted. There's a sign on the door that says, stay out. You're not allowed here anymore. But to do that, you must first be able to accept and be willing to see your own reaction as separate from you. You must be able to see that there is some greater reaction that's possible, that you can actually be responsible for, that you can choose your own reaction no matter what the circumstances. And then if you're able to do that, the universe has nothing to say. The universe isn't trying to test you. It's not trying to bring out the worst in you. It's trying to make you grow. It's trying to push you so that you can become the greatest version of yourself. And when it pushes you in that direction and you say, no, I'm aware, I'm here, I see it, I'm good, I'm clear, then you grow, you rise, your life raises its vibration, miracles happen, all kinds of things can happen. But it begins with you, because you are the only one that can create your own reality. And it begins in every single day moments, just like getting a parking ticket and dropping your AirPods on the ground. How will you respond when faced with that? How will you respond when faced with greater adversity? If you can master that, you can master your reality. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.